Hello friends, welcome to IPO Portfolio. Anand Radhi Wealth Limited IPO will open on December 2nd. Earlier in 2018, the company filed DRHP. After that, they withdraw the proposal. Now comes for fully offer for sale. In 2002, company starts their mutual fund distribution services and registered in Association of Mutual Funds in India. So now Anand Radhi is a private non-bank wealth management company. Before moving on, we should know about the difference between asset management company and wealth management company. Asset management companies invest money like stocks and mutual funds, but wealth management companies including of the tax planning, insurance services for their clients to help them achieve financial goals and financial freedoms like that. Asset management companies having their own schemes, wealth management companies coordinate with financial experts, insurance agent for their services. Asset management companies are Aditya Birla Sun Life AMC, recently came IPO, and Nippon AMC, etc. Wealth management companies are Edelweiss Wealth, IIFL Wealth, Motilal Oswal Wealth. IIFL is the only listed wealth management company. I hope now the difference is clear. We quickly look at Anand Radhi's business details, promoter details, financial health, competitor analysis, IPO details, grey market premium, and my final view. Before that, if you feel useful for our videos, please share to your friends, and if you want to open Demat account means use our channel referral link Angel1 and Zerodha in description box. Anand Radhi Wealth Limited is a part of Anand Radhi's group. It's a leading non-banking wealth solutions firm. Since 2002, the company acts as a mutual fund distributor, and also they provide services like wealth management, investment banking, corporate finance and advisory, broking and distribution services. They mainly focusing only on high net worth individual segment, high and ultra high net worth individuals. In IPO, if we apply above 2 lakhs is high net worth individuals. In this case, company mainly focus on those who have above 50 lakhs only they manage. They are third leading mutual fund distributor in India in commission based. Their business is private wealth management services, and also they offer digital mobile app for their clients easily manage their portfolio. Their presence in 11 cities including Mumbai, Bangalore, Delhi, Kolkata, Chennai, Pune, Chhattisgarh, Jodhpur, Noida, and one international office in Dubai. As of March 31st, asset under management is around 26,000 crore. Now the asset under management crossed 30,000 crore. Client base is 6,109, employee base is 622 people, and also they have 233 relationship managers. Relationship managers are backbone of this company. 87% of asset under management is generated through relationship managers, and also Anand Radhi companies 50% of clients is associated more than 3 years. In non-bank category, Anand Radhi is third position in relationship managers count. Next, we will see in industry analysis. This company comes under financial services industry with a focus on mutual fund distribution and sale of financial products. In mutual fund distribution, 76% of high net worth individuals invest in mutual funds through distributor. 83% of retail people invest mutual fund through distributor. Company mainly focus on high net worth individuals, so there is a scope. Next, promoter details. Mr. Anand Radhi, Mr. Pradeep Gupta, Anand Radhi Financial Services Limited. Mr. Anand Radhi, he is a chairman and non-executive director. He is a gold medalist in chartered accountant. He was worked with Aditya Birla Novo Limited and one of the first director of CDSL, Central Depository Services Limited. Next, Mr. Pradeep Gupta, he is a non-executive director. He has promoted Anand Radhi Shares and Stock Brokers Limited. In capital market, he has 30 years of experience. Before public issue, promoter and promoter groups shareholding is around 75%. After the issue, they have only 48.82%. In my point, which is very low. Next, we will see financial details. In financials, revenue from operations increasing year on year. In 2021, slightly low as compared to 2020. As of March 2021, profit is 45 crores. But April to August of this 5 month, they generate 51 crores of profit. It is very high growth when compared to previous year. In 2020, the whole year they made profit of highest 61 crore, but only of this 5 month they made 51 crores. If it continues its growth rate means very good. Earning per share of 2021 is around 11 rupees. Net asset value is 58.47 rupees. Return on net worth is 18.69%, which is very good. Asset Asset under management growth 22.74% of CAGR is very good. Overall financial is good. Anand Radhi face competition from asset management company, wealth advisory and distribution, non-banking financial companies and banks also. There is only one listed peer is IIFL Wealth Management Limited. Return on net worth wise is Anand Radhi better, but as we compare PE multiple, Anand Radhi comes as IPO upper price band of PE multiple 50x. IIFL only 35.77x. As today I see in Money Control, IIFL's PE only 29x only. So in my point of view, Anand Radhi's IPO price is overvalued. In non-bank category, Anand Radhi Wealth Limited is 11th position in asset under management. Next we will say IPO details. IPO open date is December 2nd, close date is December 6th, face value 5 rupees, IPO upper price band 550 rupees. One lot is 27 shares, listing at NSE and BSE. Issue size 660 crore, fully offer for sale, employee discount is rupees 25 rupees. IPO retail reservation is 35%. Basis of allotment December 9th. If we are not allotted means unlock of amount is December 10th. Credit of shares December 13th. IPO listing date is December 14th. We need minimum of 14,850 rupees for applying one lot. Okay, next we will see grey market premium. On 1st December, grey market premium is around 125 rupees. IPO price 550. There is a possible return of 22%. Register in link in time. Allotment will be uploaded on registrar's website. Okay, let's see final view. In my point, mutual fund distributor future growth may affect because most of the person invest directly. So this company's future growth may affect in future. And in my point, if promoter holds above 50% is good. Below that, I took as a negative point. And this IPO fully offer for sale, that's also negative sign. Next, overall financials is good if it continue this growth only. There is a high competition and also valuations high. Overall, I skip this IPO for long term. For listing gain, let's see IPO subscription status, broker's recommendation, grey market premium, market trend. After that, I will decide if I apply for listing gain or not. So, do subscribe our channel for more information. If this video is useful means please share to your friends. Thank you. See you in next video.